What's up, Indubians and Wakandans? This is Torella, Wakanda's second favorite podcaster. And just to let you know that what you're about to hear are excerpts of the conversation I've had with a few people, my parents, and also Candace, Lauren, and Courtney. We all talked about Black Panther, and I wanted to share some of those with you. You can hear the full discussions on my Patreon. That's patreon.com/Indube for $1. For $1, you can hear all of the things that we talk about, plus some extended thoughts of my own, because this movie just has so many layers and levels and things to it that we just couldn't contain it in a half an hour. Besides, we were talking about other things anyway, which you can hear on the previous episode. It's episode 68, where we mostly talk about the Oscars and ice cream and other things, which, by the way, I just finished eating a pint. Wait, these are pints, right? Pint? Yes, a pint of Ben & Jerry's Cookies and Cream Cheesecake Core. I don't normally eat the entire pint in one sitting. In my defense, I was watching some really good YouTube videos, some of which are further explaining some things in Black Panther, which I did not see the first 3 times I've seen it. And, of course, just watching it and the ice cream just being as good as it was, I just couldn't stop that delicious, creamy, cheesecakey, chocolatey goodness that it was. So here we are, me freezing currently while I try to get back to work and stop watching all these videos, because as we all know, YouTube is nothing but a giant rabbit hole with moving pictures. There we have it. Anyway, without further ado, you can now enjoy some pieces and parts of the discussions revolving. Yeah, it's around Black Panther. Yeah, we're talking about Black Panther. So let it be known that if you have not watched it yet, what are you doing with your life? But if you have, then feel free, because spoilers will be following thusly. So do enjoy. And again, to hear the full conversations, I implore you to go visit my Patreon. And again, it's only $1, so hopefully you can manage that. And not only will you be getting content about Black Panther, but you will be getting much more things, including, I was going to call them deleted scenes, but extended food fight podcast episodes. You'll be getting other bonus episodes from previous episodes with guests and that after we finished recording, or even stuff that we took out and said, hey, we're going to save this for special stuff, or other reviews of other movies that I've done or watched, and just more things. And in the future, hopefully, we'll see some other fun stuff. The more that you donate to the Indube Network, the more stuff that I can make, because I'll be hopefully doing videos and other things that require some extra funds to do. So I thank you so much for those that do contribute, those that share and like and save and tell your friends. Thank you so much. So now we will continue.
I thought it was very good. I thought I would show the black people's like African beauty. Mm-hmm. You know, and the strength. You know, Africa is not always bad when you see black people. And
there was no swearing. There was very little.
Very little. I thought it was really good how it showed, you know, the brother and sisters relationship. You know, even though he was still a king, she showed him honor, but they still were able to kid around. Mm-hmm. And he still got in trouble and respect because she stuck up her middle finger, but you know, the mother was there knowing, like, behave yourself.
Right.
You know, I thought it was good. And Daddy was saying we tried to even see the religious part in it.
The one that Mary was talking about?
Yeah, what did she say?
When he first went to the astral plane, and because I had to bury him, and then he rose up with new clothes.
Oh yeah,
so that's what she was saying.
I had went to the part where he was thrown over the cliff, mm-hmm. and we thought he was dead, and then he was close to dead, and they had him in the snow. And Daddy was like, "Well, he's just in a coma." I said, "But still, it was the women praying and covering him and anointing, was giving him stuff, mm-hmm. like Jesus and had him come back.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that came back to life. Like how it was always the women around the grave.
Right.
With Jesus.
It was a good movie. There were some messages in there. I do like the part of the sorority guys. I like that part.
Jabari, yeah.
The only thing they needed to do was be stomping in it. You know, they should have came out stomping. That part was pretty good. That was an interesting part. You know, and like I said, it was okay. I enjoyed it. It was a good movie. I stayed awake.
Yeah, there was a lot of action.
You know, I stayed awake.
Funny parts. And about the how what was the thing we were talking about? I just lost a thought. Oh, of how he was willing to spare the lives of the ones he fought, Black Panther. You know, even the Eric
Killmonger, yeah,
that came back, you know, to take over the kingdom and stuff. Even when, you know, they fought at the end, he was one. We can heal you, you know, and how he brought back about slavery. No, I'd rather die than be in bondage. And then with the other guy from the other side of the
other tribe.
Yeah, the other tribe too. He spared his life too.
And the rhino, oh my God, that was really sweet. Stopping and licking that lady.
I thought that was really good. Although they train them to, you know, respect their own people. You're not supposed to just stop right in its tracks.
And I'm thinking it's because maybe that particular rhino did belong to. Oh man, we've been teasing this guy all day, and I forgot his name. The guy who owns that rhino. Since they're a couple, so she probably knows him, like that rhino, like personally.
Right.
So.
I thought they were husband and wife at first, but
I knew there wasn't husband and wife. Yeah.
But how she stood up too is like, you know, I'm standing for right, and he's you know, she was threatening to kill him. He's like, "You're gonna kill your love," you know. It's like, you know, you're not for you got you.
For the country.
Yeah.
For Wakanda.
Wakanda, yeah. For Wakanda, yes, I would kill you.
And we are back on the Undo podcast. We are here to talk about Black Panther, which
whoa!
Wakanda forever.
I just did the salute, the Wakanda
King
salute.
is here.
Yes. I just did it, y'all. Y'all couldn't see me, but I just did it.
I felt it in my chest.
Okay,
good. So let's just first say, I guess maybe initial thoughts just coming out of the theater. Not even out of the theater, we're just still
like speechless.
It's a lot. And I think the question that I'm starting to ask people is, well, how many times have you seen it?
Right.
Because the one-time viewers are sort of struggling, and the multiple-time viewers, I'm a one-timer.
Me too.
I haven't had a chance to go back. So it's like everybody's like, did you see in that one shot where he did this and he wore a purple shirt? And I'm like, wait, what?
They're very, very specific details.
Yeah. And I feel like, did I miss something? But it just means that there was just so much to process. And
yeah,
there is.
Just how much was packed into that 2 hours? Like, oh my gosh.
Yes.
That was perfect, Lauren, because I will say now, yes, I've seen it 3 times, and I've been trying to get there a 4th time, and it just hasn't been working out. But when you just mentioned the purple shirt, that's something I noticed on the 3rd watch. So,
wow. Oh, so that's a real thing then. Okay.
And I mean, since we're spoiling everything, the embargo ended yesterday. But,
finally.
Right.
So, like I said, the 3rd showing that, as we know him as James at the time, he's wearing a purple shirt, but his character wears purple all the time, and I never picked that up.
Oh, now I'm gonna have to watch for that. Okay.
See, now I need to watch it again.
I know, and I'm just like, I'm kind of like sitting here, just like I'm nodding, but also don't really know what we're talking about. And I've seen the movie. I'm one of the one-timers, and I thought I saw the movie properly, but apparently you have to see it multiple times to truly understand.
I mean, yeah.
One of those movies where it is layered, and as Courtney and I love to say, levels to things.
Got
Yes.
levels. Yeah.
Oh, totally. Yeah, yeah.
And it's amazing. So the third time I was trying to watch and listen for music cues. I was listening or watching for like color palettes and how Nakia always wears green because her tribe is.
She does.
Mhm.
She does.
See,
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. I
yeah.
have to go back.
I
just have
feel
to
like
go
I
back.
haven't done my homework for this class, and
Right.
like I'm just
You're
so
failing.
woefully unprepared.
Yeah.
Right. It's just like, okay.
It's true. We are.
To go back.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, I
It
plan
was
to.
it was so great, and it's funny because I'm thinking, I don't know why I was thinking that we had only been excited and lit about this movie for a year, but I went back, I was looking at some old pictures and just, cleaning out my phone. Shout out to iPhones with no space. And so I looked and I did like a screenshot of a tweet. And it was like in March or I think actually May of 2016,
Yep.
where I think the Black Panther So Lit hashtag was just getting kind of started. And so I was like, wow, I have literally been excited for this movie for almost 2 full years.
Yeah.
And there were times where, the time dragged on and I felt like February the 15th would never come. And then there were just other times where we talked about it so much and we watched the interviews and saw the pictures so much that it just helped the time go by. But literally, I've been excited for this movie to come out for an entire, let's say, 2 years now. And the movie did not disappoint.
No.
It didn't disappoint. I cannot rave about it enough, even though I am just a one-time viewer. And I can't wait to see it again. And then I get legit offended when somebody actually says to me, "Oh, is that a movie? Is that a documentary about the Black Panther Party?"
Listen,
Oh, God.
Listen here,
Oh,
colonizer. We're
in
not
this
gonna do that.
this day and age,
Like, how do you not know? How?
Are they not near an internet at all? Do they not have
Listen,
Wi-Fi?
Well,
I mean, even libraries might help. They still got those. Like,
Mhm.
Also true.
well, some people live under rocks, I guess.
That is true.
But
Must be wearing
But I'm
blind.
happy. Listen, I am happy to inform them and to say, "Oh no, it's not. Actually, let me tell you about what it is." So
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
have you
It's
heard
just
the
an
good word
opportunity.
about our Lord and Savior T'Challa?
Happy for the opportunity.
Yes.
Really amazing. I loved seeing like there weren't any like weak characters because I know there was passed around. One got to go, and I'm like, I mean, I even don't want to lose Claw because I really enjoyed his character.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
just, and the speaking of villains, I guess we must speak on Killmonger here because
Oh yeah.
MCU has been having issues with villains as of late because I actually like Hela. Hella's her name.
Hela, yes.
Yeah. She's great.
Great. So now we've got Killmonger, who is just as great. And I don't know. I kind of wish, I'm hoping maybe in the future, because we don't know yet. I'm waiting for Black Panther 2. I'm already ready to put my money down.
Right.
If in this world of the MCU, there is magic, people can be brought back to life. So I wouldn't be that upset if they brought him back. Not really. I think.
I wouldn't. I've actually heard that theory that because of, I think, now correct me if I'm wrong, in the comics that actually happened, that he was brought back to life. Killmonger.
Oh, okay. Because my head canon is that maybe he was replaced with was it a Skrull, and maybe he's not really dead. Same for Peggy Carter. Peggy ain't dead in my head.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I feel you. Yeah.
So,
I'll sign on to that headcanon. I'm good with
I
that.
feel like Peggy would come back and be like, Cap, I'm gonna need you to seriously come be with me and let's sit down,
have a conversation,
and let's enjoy this life together that you promised me like 70, 80 years ago. Sit down.
I mean, he
and
owes
let's
her
go.
that.
He really does. He owes her a
that,
dance and so much more.
True. Dance, yes. Oh gosh, yeah.
That's going to be some drama because now, I mean, with Cap and Bucky and then somebody even mentioned that Sam wants in on that relationship, but that's going to be
Okay. Yeah, I don't know about that.
I think you're going to have to drag Bucky out of Wakanda first.
Yeah, I mean, he's looking good. Wakanda will treat you nice.
Yep.
So I need to
I
go.
mean, you know what they say. I'm not gonna say it, but you know what they say. He is in Wakanda, so why would he? Anyways,
He's
I
not
think
going
he's
to
just
kicking and screaming.
there. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
My
yeah.
hair, but I need to go. I need to get like all their skin was just radiant and glowing from the
Oh,
screen.
yes.
When you don't have colonizer problems, I guess you don't wrinkle up.
Hey.
Perfect.
Stress. That is different kind of stress. So, and just any thoughts on anyone who's listened to the Kendrick Lamar produced album? Anybody has any thoughts on that? Because I've actually been hearing people say that they kind of dropped the ball a little bit. Maybe they could have included some.
Okay. Thought it was just me. I've only heard a couple of songs, and I'm talking low because I don't want to like put this out in the atmosphere.
I'm like, we are live though. What is
I'm
she whispering about? Oh my
I'm
gosh.
whispering.
I
don't wanna put
appreciate
this
the
out in the
effort.
atmosphere.
I appreciate
Like, I don't want to put this out in the atmosphere like that into the universe, but
We're on the
like,
interwebs.
Right.
But okay, yeah.
You're speaking
It's
into a
private-
mic. You're speaking into a mic, but I don't want to put this out in the universe.
no.
This is a private
no.
conversation between us and the world right now. So
No,
get
it's
it.
just it's the principle though. Because like if I shout it from the rooftops, it goes farther, quicker. But if I whisper it, it takes its time, right?
Logic. Yep, got
So
it.
logic, it's science.
Like-
So
Font size 10, so that's what that's like.
exactly. So yeah, I wasn't super impressed with the soundtrack. The score is amazing. I love it. And I'm a score like nerd, so that's what I'm more into anyway. I'm always about that. But the soundtrack, I wasn't super. I appreciate the effort, but I just wasn't. I didn't love it. I didn't love it.
I felt like maybe it should have been, or it felt like it was a part one to something. Like it was just sort of like an appetizer, and maybe a part two was coming later, but we didn't get a part two.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I have not listened to it yet. I feel like I need to because I feel like I'm getting very much peer pressured into doing so.
You are.
And so, but I will say this because I remember, or maybe I wasn't keeping up with the timeline, and maybe just time is moving so fast it's just a blur. But didn't Kendrick Lamar kind of was like this late, very last minute addition?
I think so. I think what happened was he was set to do like maybe 2 songs, and then he saw the film and was like, "Oh, I want more." So it was this.
That could have been part of it.
It could have been part of it. So that's why I'm still kind of holding on hope that maybe there's a surprise part 2 in the works.
Yeah.
There to be a song about the door melange, because that would just be amazing, and just have, I don't know, maybe a bunch of just women rappers or something.
Oh my gosh,
that would be amazing.
That would be so good.
I feel like that they should have thought of that like that's a given. Why wasn't that, unless they couldn't get everybody together or whatever quick enough? I just feel like black women, and black women are a force to be reckoned with in real life, but in the movie, King T'Challa, the Black Panther, is surrounded by a horde of powerful, strong, self-sustaining black women. Why isn't that reflected on the soundtrack?
Who also saved Wakanda? And I always remind people, the women actually save it. I mean, as great as Chadwick Boseman is in the movie, the supporting cast is so amazing that for me at times they almost overshadow him at times.
Yeah,
I thought that too. Like when he wasn't on screen, it was like, you know what? This is
I don't miss him.
Yeah,
this is fine.
Like,
they held the movie. They held the movie up just fine, and they
Mhm.
kept it going. And they weren't just plot devices, but they actually moved the plot forward. And they held their own. No, no question.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Black Panther is in this movie. Okay.
Yes, see, it's hard to remember.
The Indu Podcast.
All right, you can stop taping now.